Making the Grade, a production of Community Colleges of Spokane.
Hello, I'm Christine Johnson, Chancellor of the Community Colleges of Spokane. Thank you for joining us for this Making the Grade. We have a very exciting program, a discussion on American Honors College at Spokane in partnership with Chris Romer, who's the president of American Honors College. We're going to discuss what it is, how it benefits students, why Spokane, and how students can really benefit in their transfer to universities by participating.
Well, we offer some of the courses face-to-face. We also some of the courses online. A characteristic of our courses is that students interact with the material before they come to class. Then they come into an interactive session together with the professor. And it's much more like a seminar and discussion group, which really facilitates critical thinking. So it's not always just like a traditional lecture.
Chris Romer is the president of American Honors. He says that an important element of the program is the one-on-one advice and support offered to the students by faculty and staff. As the pilot school for American Honors, CCS is paving the way for other schools nationwide.
I think it's a huge institutional win for the Community Colleges of Spokane because it's going to bring innovation, curriculum development, course flipping, new platforms, things that are really exciting to faculty to work with that I think are going to improve student outcomes. So I think it's a big institutional win for the college as a whole, not just the Honors College, but all of the colleges.
One of the many advantages for honor students is cost.
Well, many of us know that overall higher education has gotten way too expensive. So this is a way for students to be able to end up at the top 100 college or university for about 60% of the cost. So it gives all parents and all students an affordable path to a top college or university bachelor's degree. So that's really important when you really think through the job prospects and the cost of higher ed.
Romer is impressed with how things are going so far.
I just want to say that your students are rock stars. I mean, we are so impressed with the students in Spokane. We had an instinct that this was the right place to test this incredible new national model. And we've met with admissions directors from Stanford, from Vanderbilt, from Emerson and Emory, and they are so impressed with the profiles of the students we've shown.
Hello, joining us today are two guests from a very, very special CCS program that is new. And our special guests today are Lisa Avery, Dean of Global Education and American Honors College, and one of our students in the American Honors College, Libby Keller. Very exciting to have you both here, and we're going to be learning about what is it, why are you taking it, and what are you learning? So let's welcome you to this session.
Great, thank you for having us.
Thank you very much.
So we'll start with you, Libby. How did you hear about American Honors College, and what drew you to the American Honors College? And tell us about yourself.
Well, I'm a second-year Running Start student at Spokane Community College this year, and I actually heard about American Honors just through an email that I received at the beginning of this past summer. And I looked into it and attended a few meetings at the colleges and just became very interested in the idea of it, and you know, learning so much about, you know, going on to college beyond, you know, my Running Start years and transferring, and just the whole thing was so fascinating, and I wanted to look into it.
Well, you know, I want our audience to really understand you're a Running Start student at Spokane Community College, which says you're really still in high school, but already taking college courses, and not only taking college courses, but American Honors College courses. That's remarkable, Libby.
Thank you.
We are so proud of you for being a student that's so highly motivated and clearly so talented. And so just say so you learned about transfer and the rigors of it, and it's all online. So how does that work? You know, tell us, just describe a class or two, or how you come together, if you feel like you're making friends, how you connect with other honor students, and your life at the college.
Well, the whole experience of American Honors online is so different from any other traditional online classes that I've ever had. you absolutely do have the opportunity to make friends and to make connections. And for me, one of the classes that I'm taking this quarter is a communications course. And our class meets as a whole online once a week for a live lecture in which our professors, they do a live streaming of video for us to see. And so that's our lecture, and we get to participate in it. The program that they have set up for us allows us to, interact in the classroom just as we would in an in-person class.
With the professor and also with each other?
Absolutely.
And I think when people think of online, they think of, okay, I get a few emails from my professor, never see them. It's just all kind of like correspondence, but electronic. And you're saying this is really different.
Oh, it's absolutely different. It's so involved, and there's such a connection between all of us that it completely, blows any other online class out of the water.
That's just wonderful to hear. So, Dean Avery, you're the Dean of American Honors College, and again, it's a new college within CCS, available to all of our students wherever they are in our 6-county region and beyond. So, yes. How did this all get started? And tell us from the Dean's perspective, what are you finding challenging and interesting, and is it meeting your expectations as Dean?
Oh, it's far exceeding my expectations, Dr. Johnson. It's been a work in progress, very quick. This is a pilot year, and we've had a tremendous public-private partnership with American Honors College. And I know that Chris Romer has been here and spoken with you about their component in this. And it's been wonderful for us because we've been able to use some of the resources really of private partners to help with the Canvas platform that Libby mentioned, to enhance what we already have, but to use our core faculty and help, really in that sense, the private partner is sort of the wind beneath our wings.
Yes,
and
indeed.
Helps enhance what our faculty can develop and deliver, and it makes the online classroom come to life. And I think hearing you say that, about that you are all connected to each other, that for us is essential.
It is, because indeed it is a community of learners with this rigorous honors curriculum. And I'm excited to hear you say about just the enthusiasm of our very talented faculty. And CCS is known for exceptional faculty in every area. And we offer over 125 degrees and certificates. And then to do this at an honors college and be the first in the country with this network, it's very exciting, very exciting. What are some of the challenges, Dean Avery, that you're seeing as we bring more curriculum online, more faculty? As you said, it's the pilot year. And Libby, I must say to you, it must feel very exciting to be the first in the country to be in this American Honors Community College online.
Absolutely.
And started right here in Spokane, not in some big city, but right here in Spokane, and the quality and the innovation. So, so the challenges, again, working with the faculty and the curriculum development and, the partners.
Well, one major challenge actually is a good one to have. We had such a large pool of highly qualified applicants. I believe 228 students applied, and we were able to accept and admit 47. So only 47, and they were all, we would have loved to have offered that many seats for all the applicants, because we believe that it's great for community college students like Libby and her cohort to have some of the best with our faculty. We've got great faculty, but when we find some who are interested in participating in this kind of an innovation and they're willing to step out of their comfort zone and do something different. The technology is a lot different than anything that we've had before. And so that's been a major learning curve for faculty, for students, for our IT support, for all of us to be able to get up to speed with what the platform is like.
Sure.
But we think we will have many more student applicants again and have a very highly qualified class. And those who we weren't able to admit, we were able to refer to other great programs like Destination Eastern.
Exactly. Well, that, the exciting thing for me is obviously because we're serving the needs of very talented students, and like yourself, Libby, and many, many others. And we know that community college students, or students who choose community colleges, really could be admitted anywhere, and you choose community colleges for whatever reasons that fit you and your family, and then to provide this, again, quality and innovation that is really leading. I mean, again, online education has been around a while, and you know, I think most people, when we think of online, it's one way, and then this honors platform is it's really what very selective universities are using, and often community colleges aren't funded at a level to have the best of the best in technology. And to make that available to you and other students is very exciting for us.
And just for them to be able to visually see each other and engage. In this class, for instance, a class on communication, for them to be able to see the instructor and then attend to each other's nonverbal communication styles, and for the class members through webcams and microphones to be able to essentially raise your hands and engage with each other and with the instructors. That for us is such a wonderful innovation and excellent instruction for our students to benefit from.
So tell me, Libby, did students have to get used to this new technology? Of course, young people are always, you know, eons ahead of the rest of us. Was that hard, or did you have to kind of adapt to you know, just the protocols of working in a class like that?
Well, with any new class, I mean, there's a certain amount of adaptability that
Sure.
you have to have, but you know, what was really incredible about this program was the ease of it. You know, the great tech department that we have available has created such a great program that it is very easy to use, and it was very easy to get used to. It was all, you know, very familiar in the sense that it is a lot like, you know, any kind of social networking site in a way. It's very reminiscent of, you know, Facebook or MySpace or things like that, where it has that way that you can connect with everybody. But yeah, it was incredibly easy to use, and you know, just there was so much that we could use.
From your experience of being
Exactly.
adept at, you know, all the social networking stuff. So, very technical term here that we're. And so then, and in engaging with the faculty, are you getting like immediate feedback from the faculty, and you know, the questions that faculty member can call on any number of you, and so forth?
Absolutely. It's just like any other classroom setting where, like it was said, we can raise our hands and answer questions. We can give our opinions. We have a live chat feed that's going during class, so we can answer questions that way. And it's incredibly interactive.
Okay, wonderful. Sounds so exciting and stimulating. And any tests yet? I want to know. How is that working?
No tests,
No,
but
any quizzes or just
there's been a lot of group projects, which, you know, based on the program has been just so much fun to do, because, you know, it is still an online class, but, you know, we're so lucky that we are able to work in groups, and we can get to know each other and still have that interaction.
Well, and I know obviously for it to be an honors level class, you know, the rigor of kind of the critical thinking and analysis that you do would call on some group work, and that's, of course, we know good teaching anyway, good teaching and learning to you know, have different points of view, or to be able to persuade others about, you know, your theory and so forth. So I just am so pleased to hear that students are finding it both enjoyable and challenging, because we want you to really, you know, the whole purpose, and maybe you can speak to that again, Dean Avery, is as the students are better prepared, and we know our CCS students are always well prepared to go forward to either jobs or more education, but that they'll be better prepared in terms of their transfer to the universities of their choice. And so that's very exciting to us. And how is all that working in you know, the conversations with a variety of universities and other deans? And could you say a little bit about what you know is in the works with our partners?
Certainly. We've had tremendous interest from four-year partners and have some signed agreements already in place, including the University of Colorado. And I had lunch last week with Chris Romer and one of the deans from Georgetown.
Yes.
So there is a lot of interest at very prestigious 4 years, where they would receive our students and grant them essentially, they would know that when they came with a CCS American Honors degree, that they are prepared to enter and hit the ground running in those partners. And hopefully some financial assistance too from the schools. We're asking that we have a tremendous student support staff that helps to provide really transfer assistance and preparation of those applications, because it's already almost crunch time to start at the prestigious, we believe we have somebody applying for Stanford.
Yes.
And some great schools, and we think that they'll be well prepared when they enter.
And that's so exciting to me, again, to think, for students, and we know that Spokane students are well prepared to go anywhere they want, but that they're being sought after by, again, not only our local excellent universities, but also other universities. So this is very exciting, and we're going to continue talking about American Honors College, and stay tuned.
Every student needs encouragement to finish high school. Go to boostup.org to give Reagan and the students in your community the boost they need to make it through.
Welcome back to Making the Grade. I'm Christine Johnson, Chancellor of the Community Colleges of Spokane, and we've been talking about American Honors Colleges at Spokane. And our guests today are Libby Keller, a student in the American Honors College at Spokane, and Dean Lisa Avery. And we've just been talking about what the experience is like, and Dean Avery, we've been talking about, your role and how, as you're working with faculty and with our partners. So Libby, I'm going to turn to you. What are you thinking of studying? What is, this going to lead to? And I know it's early, you're a running start student in college and an American Honors College, but what are some of your early thoughts about your future?
Well, my goal at this point is to transfer from SCC after I achieve my AA degree and go on to major in creative writing.
Interesting. So the great American novel, or yet
Absolutely.
To be determined? Okay, wonderful. And it's when a student is focused so early on, I have no doubt you're going to, we'll be saying, we knew you when. And Dean Avery, you're working with our faculty and with our partners. And how is it that students are chosen? How are they selected to participate? We had a lot of students who were interested, and some 46 or 47 were admitted. Talk a little bit more about that.
Sure, and as I mentioned, it was a very competitive process because we had so many interested in. How we first let students know about the program is to analyze who has some minimum GPAs and send them written information, and then follow with phone calls and emails as well, to let them know about the program and to tell them that it's really being created for very bright, highly motivated students, and especially those who want to aspire to leadership in their field and consider a four-year university or a STEM, science, technology, engineering, or math field, to help prepare our brightest students for workforce and transfer needs.
Yes, indeed. And that's the goal. As you know, Libby, we want our students to get their associate degrees and then either move to the workforce and then, of course, have great successful careers and then go back for more education at some point, or to go immediately to a university of their choice. And you've mentioned some of the partners, Dean Avery, and lots of conversations are going on. I'm involved in some of those, of course. And we're very pleased that there is so much interest by universities, both within our state and in other states, to tap these very talented students. And what would you say has been most surprising, Libby, in your experience so far? Is it is it the students, the actual instruction, how it's delivered? Is there a social life with these online students? How are you connecting and building, other skills, teamwork skills, or some other? Kind of say a little more about that.
Absolutely. There is definitely a social life that comes with this program.
So you're not just at home doing your email communication as we think of online learning.
Not at all. It's completely different. We as a class, aside from the honors program courses that we are each taking, we all as a group come together every 2 weeks for a college success class.
Oh, excellent. Okay.
Yes, and that not only allows us to interact with each other as a whole class, but it gives us even more tools as we go along to help better our experience, both now and in the future when we plan to transfer or go on to those careers or what have you.
Talk about some of the topics. What you're already highly motivated students. You're already very successful students, and then your student success class. What are some of the topics that students have discussed or you're interested in learning more?
Well, it's a lot that we talk about in those classes. Focuses around those skills that we can use to enhance that motivation and to keep us motivated and to keep us on the right track with wherever we're going. So we talk about things like organizational skills, stress management, things that can help us, maintain those high levels that we have for ourselves and that have also been established by American Honors.
So it's almost like coaching you to, you're already very excellent, dedicated students, and then also coaching you to manage and learn about areas that can strengthen you.
Absolutely.
Yes.
It's, there's one of the things that we've learned is that there's always, room for improvement. There's always new things that we can learn to, help improve our experience and to improve ourselves as students. And so that's what's been just really helpful with all of those classes and just with being able to speak with each other in general because, the class that we have, this inaugural class, is made up of some incredible students.
Oh, I have to tell you, I stopped in at the Spokane Falls Community College Honors Lounge today, and it was just so fun to drop in and see all these students engaged in their work and with each other around learning. It was very, very exciting. So, Dean, what have you found as surprises from your point of view in terms of working with national partners, getting ready to work with faculty and deans from other community colleges across the country, and I might say some other very fine community colleges. So what are you learning and what has been surprising?
I think it's intriguing to me that this is such a key time for community colleges. The President has recognized us in his State of the Union address. It's received a lot of attention around completion, but we're also talking about excellence. And so many different people wanting to come to that table, whether it's potential grant funders or other community college partners and some national leaders. So the excitement is just palpable, I think, at those negotiation tables where we're all really sort of rolling up our sleeves and getting at what can we do to help provide outstanding transfer opportunities for our best and brightest students.
Indeed. And then to do so at, in a way that's affordable and innovative, because, I'm just reminded of Tom Friedman's comments about, average is over and Americans must continue to reinvent themselves. And I think this is a lot of it. It's an exciting time in education. Libby, of course, you're kind of well on your way to a successful path, but lots is going on in education. To have Community Colleges of Spokane be kind of at the heart of all this major change to help students is very exciting, and exciting, I know, for the dean and the faculty and for our institution.
If I may say another word about the faculty, they are so enthusiastic and engaged, and they all have bright students. Our bright students are all across our programs, but to have roomfuls of them together, pushing each other onward and upward more quickly, I think that the faculty excitement has just been amazing on that, because they've always, again, known that we had some of those student groups, but to put them all together and then add elements of leadership or service learning or all of these different wraparound student supports to help them even go further and faster. It's just a great time for us.
And then the faculty interactions too, because we know a lot of teaching is, our faculty are experts in the content in the field they teach, but a lot of it can be kind of a lonely job. They work with the students, but not necessarily with each other as much as this seems to be calling them to do. And would you comment, Dean Avery, about the interactions with faculty from other colleges and how that's going?
We have one particular partnership I'd like to highlight with that, which is our sociology, an intro to sociology class. We've just begun developing this fall to deliver this course in winter quarter. And it's an interesting group because we have Cecile Lyken, who is our course leader for that, and Cecile is a great instructor. She's taught online for over 12 years, which in the online world, that's a long time. And she has also developed this course for open source, a regular SOCH 101 course, and in doing so came up with a very affordable textbook that she found that was able to meet all of the goals of the class, but only cost students $30.
That's amazing.
And that's a great market.
Unheard of, yeah.
And so she's working with Dr. Ping Ping, who is a Spokane Falls sociology instructor. So the two of them are working on the course together, and they bring very different perspectives to teaching sociology. But then their partner in this is an Ivy Tech instructor who flew to Spokane and met with them last week, was sold on and is buying the new $30 textbook for her students. And the three of them had a great conversation about different teaching techniques for specific components in Intro to Sociology. So they've really liked having that time together.
And that's so exciting. And again, Libby, you may not be aware of how exciting it is for faculty or experts to work with other experts within our district or with faculty at other colleges. And it's, the professionals getting together to talk about what should be emphasized or how it should be done. It's very, very exciting. And our students will benefit. And again,
Absolutely.
The innovation of even finding textbooks that are more affordable, that's very exciting. So what next for you for next term? What are you thinking of, what other classes? And by the way, which classes are you taking this term? And then what are the plans for next term?
Well, my class, as far as American Honors classes go, I have the communications class and then also the college success class. Mm-hmm. And for winter quarter, I've actually been looking at the sociology class.
Interesting.
So I'm very excited now
to hear that. Good. That's excellent. And then, do the students come in? They're taking various things, and are there some students that you are kind of together throughout, like all of their classes, or do you know, or does it vary by student?
Well, a lot of the classes depend. They vary by student. We have some students who are involved in math courses,
sure.
Calculus,
sure.
Communications, history, all sorts of.
It varies by their degree of interest.
Right.
Their field
right.
of interest.
And also their requirements for their Associate of Arts degrees. But what's so great about the program is that, we may all be taking different classes, but we as a whole in this American Honors class, we're such a community already.
Yeah, you're a community of learners.
Absolutely.
That's very exciting. Very
Absolutely.
exciting.
So it's great.
Yeah. What would your advice be to students who might ask, well, how is it, and would you take it, or what advice would you give to another Running Start student, or maybe a college student that kind of sees this program and says, Libby, tell me more about that. What advice do you have? What caution? What questions would you have them ask?
Well, I know I would recommend American Honors 1,000 times over to anybody who asked me. I would tell them that, it's such a wonderful program to not only challenge yourself academically, but also to prepare yourself for the future. We have learned so much about the transfer process and just universities in general. The whole aspect of it can be very intimidating.
It's a lot.
Absolutely. But with all of the support that we've gotten through American Honors, it has been just so beneficial. And I would say to anyone who's looking for a wonderful support system and a great chance at some wonderful academics and meeting some great students, I would recommend it absolutely.
You heard it here on Making the Grade. I'd like to have everyone thank you so much. Libby Keller, a student at the American Honors College at Spokane, and Dean Lisa Avery. This has been a terrific discussion, and we're so proud of the work you're doing and setting, being pace setters in the country with American Honors Online at Spokane. Thank you for joining us.